on this one because you know what? I'm not about just throwing down thirst traps. God, don't I don't want to think about that. I am me. I am the prize. You are the prize. And we're all just a bunch of winners here. That being said, I really appreciate your support. Love ya. Your Ko-Fi. It was a lump sum. It was very generous, and I'm gonna do some more. I told you I'm I'll do animals here and there and stuff like that. And also, if you didn't know, etymology. Etymology is the true sense of words, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Is we're looking at words, how they came to be, and if they've retained that true sense or how it's evolved and changed through time and history. Okay. And then we get words like Riz, and we get things and words like Skibbity Ohio Riz, Grizzly Bear. Um, what are the other ones going on right now? A Jet 2 holiday. I don't know. Ah, everybody's crashing out apparently. I don't even know what that means. Oh my god, I'm crashing. I'm always crashing out, I think. In my mind. Anyways, go find me if you can. Leave a little tip. And then I can honor maybe a video or a podcast or something like that because you guys don't know unless you actually go to my bio, which I don't think that a lot of y'all are doing because you're all TikTok, and I'll throw shade because how does a video where I literally just show myself with a song for like 10 minutes get the most likes and views that I've gotten in all my videos in like the past month and a half, 2 months on both channels? Wild. Nobody likes the etymology, the language. Because everybody's stupid now, to be honest. Everybody's just mushed their brains and they're using ChatGPT for everything. I could say so much about that. In fact, you guys, I think I talked about it before. I had a student ask me over the summer in my Greek mythology courses that I was teaching if it was okay to use ChatGPT for an assignment. That was creative. It was creative, you guys. It was art. It was creative. You could have just drawn a stick figure and I would have given you credit. It was about a collage thing. Who doesn't like collaging? Come on. Okay, I'm done. I'm rambling. So, etymology being the true sense of words and how they've retained and or changed in derivation and meaning. Because words carry and convey such information. And we don't really think about the language that we use, right? You guys just start talking, then you converse, you build your vocabulary, and you build and build and build and build. But you don't really think critically and kind of look at English through another lens. And that's what I do a lot of the time is I'm looking through at English through the lens of Latin and Greek. And oddly enough, all these words in our English language actually are made up of amalgamation of Latin and Greek. But oddly enough, English is not a romantic language. Delphinius Delphis. Very, very redundant here. This refers to a dolphin, actually. Delphis, looking at the Greek here, Phi, is. There we go. Delta, Eta, Lambda, Phi, Iota, Sigma. Boom. Refers to a womb. That's where you get the Delphic Oracle. All right. So the reason why is because, well, if you look at a dolphin, they named it because it kind of looks like a womb, essentially. And they're sussing out. Equus. Equus means horse. If you're an equestrian, right? Equestrian pertaining to horses. There's also a steroid derived from horse and or used with horses called equipoise. You know what? Let's talk about another one real quickly. And if you are, it's well, we all right. We gotta do the Roman stuff. Are you a Cancer? No, not the disease. Cancer meaning crab in the Latin. Oddly enough, why is Cancer a crab and why is your zodiac a crab? Well, it actually comes from the Greek karkinos. This was a term that Hippocrates he came up with. Hippocrates came up with carcinos when evaluating carcinomas, dead individuals back in the day. These lumpy, hard massed sums, they're hard to the touch. And so we suss through history, through etymology, that Hippocrates here, when palpating these carcinomas, oma referring to tumor, oma here, tumor, either because I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart there. Either because it was hard and lumpy mass, and it was kind of like hard, like the shell of a crab, or because most people in antiquity died of cancers when they were afflicted with them. So he also sussed that probably it had the tenacity of a crab. So once it got a hold of you, it held on for dear life until you died. If you didn't know, now you know. Oh, well, I'm on a roll. Let's do another one here, you guys. Let's get rid of Equus here. I've actually never done this before where I'm just, well, actually I have, but all right, 5. Libra. If you're a Libra, isn't your thing scales? It's balance, right? Well, Libra, what the heck? Why? It's because Libras in Latin, actually Libras like this, or Librae rather, because that would be the plural form with that AE, because Libra is a nominative singular first declension noun. So Librae would be pounds. They are a rough equivalent of a pound, essentially. So that being said, well, we'll do it like this, pound. And well, what? Ah! This is why we have LBS. So if you didn't know, now you know. I'm done. Hope you guys learned something new. That was us to Sked Ray. Your ass out of here.